So, Andrew, I can only assume that you pooped your Stars and Stripes American flag boxer briefs when you heard that Joey Chestnut will not be competing in this year's Nathan's hot dog eating competition at Coney Island on the 4th of July. Is that correct? Is that a fair statement? Maybe it's a
I
metaphor, but I think it may have literally happened.
I lost my fucking red, white, and blue fucking mind when I fucking read that shit. The dumbest decision by any company in the history of this great fucking nation of ours. When
This is the dumbest.
I, this moment in time, I can't think of too much else.
It's not the Boring Company. It's not any of that stuff.
It's no, nope, nope. There's still light at the end of that tunnel. That's a pun. See what I did there? There could potentially be something that could come of that technology. There's nothing good that is going to come from that fucking sweaty ass Jersey hot dog company known as Nathan's for dropping the most competitive eating motherfucker in the history of these 50 fucking states of ours. You have the greatest publicity and marketing campaign in the history of marketing campaigns for free because some guy's got an iron gullet and can shove fucking like 50 of these glistening sloppy fucking wieners down his gullet on a sunny 4th of July. But now, hell, I'd like to make some money as a man who has zero fucking skills that the rest of the world can appreciate. So I'm going to endorse this grass-fed fucking slabbery non-meat hot dog. Can't compete this year, sir. Sorry about that. Dumbest decision I've ever heard of in my life. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're maybe overselling the gravity of it, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty dumb. It's definitely not smart, in my opinion. But hey, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
wonder you were in a hard bargain on because you usually I think on two separate occasions on the show you've said that McDonald's changing their French fry recipe was monumentally stupid. So, but this trumps that. And that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion, but I do wonder. Do you think they kick the tires on possibly saying you can show up, but nothing, no garb, no t-shirts, no swag, no apparel from this new company or this not new company, this new endorsement that you have?
I don't think he's actually endorsing them yet. According to the official Joey Chestnut X page, his endorsement deal for this company doesn't even kick in until next year. So he's technically under contract, but he's not doing anything marketing-wise with this place. And Nathan's just like, sorry we couldn't reach a deal with Joey. We did everything we could. And then you read Joey's response, and it's like, nah, I didn't really do a goddamn thing. You just said you can't come. That's about what you did. And look, there are heroes that wear the stripes, and Joey Chestnut recently has been one of those. We have been ripping each other apart at the seams as an American society. There really has been one fucking shining light on that fucking hill that Ronald Reagan talked about so many years ago now, and that was Joey fucking Chestnut on the 4th of fucking July, doing what Americans do best: overeat in front of a bunch of drunken assholes. That's what we do. And the Democrat, Republican could come together. Everybody but PETA. We don't like them anyway. We can all fucking get together on that. And Joey Chestnut would slobber these fuckers down and show you a stupid yet amazing feat of human achievement every year. And they're going to deny him the ability to perform that for everyone. But you know what? There is light at the end of the tunnel. Did you get the story I sent you about 20 minutes
I did, and
ago?
I read the Cliff Notes version that this may set up, or it already has set up. I thought maybe it had been finalized 15 years in the making rematch between Joey Chestnut and Kobayashi, because I don't remember his first or last name.
You don't need
he
to
might be
know
like
his first
Cher or
name.
Steele.
It's
What's that?
fucking Kobayashi. That's what
Gotcha.
it is.
So there's going to be an unsanctioned rematch between these two. Are they going to do it on the same time? I mean, that I don't know. I know you can't. I would watch that over the Nathan's hot dog eating competition solely for the fact that there really is no competition. There's Joey Chestnut, 30 hot dogs that aren't eaten, and then second place. And that's another thing too. I kept wondering, goddamn, somewhere out in this great land of ours, from coast to coast, from border to border, there's got to be some gluttonous motherfucker that can just do this, that can get up there and compete. And I don't know why I was doing a Bill Clinton impersonation. It just seemed patriotic. But somewhere in this land, there has to be someone that I'm not saying win, but give him a run for his money. Maybe a couple hot dogs. You're 4 behind, 5 behind. It's never like that. It's not even close.
No, and he's not even trying his hardest. Like he now, it's almost like when Usain Bolt was at his fucking like feet.
Yeah.
Like he was pulling back. He could have broken his own world record, not by much, but by maybe a few hundredths of a second. Pretty much every time, maybe back circa 2004. But he was just like, nah, gotta save something for
little
next
later
time.
than that. Little later, but that's okay.
2012, something like that. My mind is a little squirrely these days. I can't remember how far back things are anymore. But Bolt like pulled back because I'm gonna win. It's just a question of by how much. And Chestnut over the last couple of years have been like, I could probably push 72, but 68's a good number for me.
Yeah. I think when he broke his own world record and then broke it, because he broke it an event leading up to the Olympics, broke it in the '08 Olympics, then broke it again, which is the standing 100-meter record in the 2009 World Championships. But the distance that he created, you'd say, oh, it took a tenth of a second. Well, yeah, in a 100-meter race with these people, they were only breaking it by like hundredths of a second every time until Usain Bolt came along. Now there have been no one's gotten close, but people have bridged the gap. But again, we're talking 15 years ago. There's no, I guess it's apples to pears. It's 100 meters to hot dog eating. It's a little bit of a different sport. Yeah. But again, the distance, the separation is unparalleled.
Yeah, he's got a point because I'm looking at the results. So, like, Chestnut had 62 last year. And then 2, 3, 4, and 5 were 49, 47, 45, and 41. So,
13.
honestly, let's see some action. What are the odds? Well, who's taking bets on that one?
Right.
Now you don't need to accept the garbage odds that fucking they put on Chestnut because you know he's going to win. Now you got some fucking heat going. Now you got some action cooking.
Yeah. And from what I understand, because Netflix has come to this realization that they can do live shows, like the Tom Brady roast was like, well, actually, Chris Rock had his stand-up comedy special, and it was live on Netflix. And that was like can we even do this? Will our servers be able to handle this kind of bandwidth and data sharing and all that nonsense all live? And then when it did, they're like, all right, let's try it again with this Tom Brady roast. And now it looks like Netflix is going to be hosting the Kobayashi versus Joey Chestnut live on the 4th of July. I don't care what kind of hot dogs they eat. They could be eating Nathan's. Just throw the fucking wrappers away before you fucking turn the cameras on. Look, the only reason I ever bought any Nathan's hot dogs was because of this competition. Once this competition is sour in my stomach, it will be as sour as the time I ate a Nathan's hot dog. No one's going to watch. There's no point in watching. Last year, remember, that was like rained out or whatever, and Chestnut was like, fuck it, we're doing it. We're fucking doing it. And he fucking marched everybody out there, and they went under like cover of like tents in the rain to do the hot dog eating competition. He's your ringleader. And when an empire doesn't have a leader, that empire falls. Welcome to the land of the Romans, you dumb motherfuckers. You can take your Coney Island and shove it up your ass.
Wow. Fucking poetry. Listen to that. It's a goddamn
America.
So it is going to be on at the same time? Have you confirmed? Have they figured that out? Did the articles say that? I'm wondering if they're trying to compete with. Because I would say I'll watch the Netflix one. It doesn't matter, but it does. There is something about the Nathan's one that just takes away. Seems a little unpatriotic. Not watching that. I watch a little bit of it.
I'm not going to make a point to tune in at this point because, like Alan said, the distance between. I mean, those guys will be competitive, but
Yeah. Like I might watch now because it might be competitive. Before I didn't watch because I was like, oh, Joey won another one, cool.
Oh, yeah, but have you seen these guys that are competitive eaters that aren't Joey Chestnut? Joey Chestnut's like your fucking uncle who just walks out and fucking houses a barbecue and just pisses everybody off because there's no fucking ribs left over. But these guys like dress up like superheroes and shit, like they're at a Comic-Con for crackheads.
Yeah, I mentioned this on the podcast previously. They don't do it as much. I don't know why they got away from this announcing style, but they used to they used to rattle off all the accolades that you had.
Yeah.
Like the world deviled egg eating, oyster eating, salami sandwich, pickled bread,
The
pickled beets,
cookies and milk.
the kids and milk, ham hock champion of the world. God,
That's
what
the
a
best part about Wing Bowl, man.
It's ravenous Randy Schnortenberger.
yeah. And some
Okay.
fucking 120 pounder rolls out. Yay! Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, unfortunately, this is the problem. This is what sucks. The two biggest names in hot dog eating will reunite for a winner-takes-all competition on Labor Day to finally settle their unfinished beef. The event will stream live on Netflix September the 2nd, with timing and location to be announced.
Okay. I mean, it's a fair compromise. Listen, logistically, I get it. You're like Labor Day, but you have to promote. You have to get a location. You probably have to get the sport authority, the state, to sanction this.
Dude, you gotta reserve.
You got to get licensing.
You gotta reserve a dive bar and have a fucking rolling vat of water somewhere. Get one of those like kettle corn fucking like cooking vats and just throw some fucking hot dogs in there. That was wild if you think about it. For them to pull a competition off between these two guys, you gotta cook like 200 hot dogs. You gotta have 200 hot dogs for two dudes just sitting around waiting.
That's yeah. You got to have fair amount. I wonder if it's going to be the same rules in all too. 10 minutes, buns and all. You can only use either like water or lemonade. There's only a handful of drinks you're allowed to, which is fucking disgusting. That the whole bun dunking is the part that gets
It's
me.
vile,
because
yeah.
Inevitably, you get bits just dripping down their cheeks, and it's like, oh man. The hot dogs getting sucked two at a time. Reminiscent of some Triple X star that has a particular talent. That doesn't bother me so much. It's the bun.
I did a hot dog eating contest. We didn't go 10 minutes. I think we did 5, and I think I got 9 down. Like it's
9 and 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It used to be 12 minutes.
That's
and then at some point, probably 6 or 7 years ago, they made the decision for 10 minutes. Why, I don't know. Might just, we're going to round number. Maybe they were complaining. Guys like, you need this extra 2 minutes. And if I have the 84 hot dogs and 12, it really gets me.
Well,
I prefer 70 and 10.
They already
Starts acting up.
They already start to kind of run out of steam at like before the 10-minute mark's up, and I just remember the last 2 minutes was always like
Meat sweat.
yeah. Their jowls just didn't fucking operate anymore. But yeah, man, I don't know why they have to do it Labor Day. I mean, I just don't feel like the logistics of setting something like this up are all that complicated.
Right.
It's a hot
I kind of
dog.
lured you into that one. It was a good. They could get a Pickles Pub in Ocean City, Maryland. I don't know if it'd have enough power, but you could get a couple generators, whatever. Right?
Do it in
Right in the
Vegas.
parking lot.
Do it.
Yeah,
Do it in
there you
Vegas. You know what? Do it in Vegas, out in front of the Sphere, and then use the Sphere to like project the competition like 360. So like even if you're not even anywhere near the competition, boom, and do it on the 4th of July. Because Nathan's already done all of the publicity for you. There's a competition that's going to occur with people eating hot dogs. You want to watch Joey Chestnut. Like I don't know. I would say it's like, we can fold this into WNBA talk if you like, but it's just like, no, it's like you're taking your star out of the equation. You're taking the reason people watched for the last decade in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to ask yourself, are they watching it because they're interested in your competition, or are they watching your competition because they're interested in the talent who's been there for a decade and a half?
Yeah, the talent always makes it, man. Talent always supersedes this stuff, the stars. But you brought up, logistics of this particular competition, the Sphere. I'm not familiar. Is that? Where in Vegas is that?
The loss portion of Vegas. Yeah.
Okay, the unsacked. Gotcha. The desert, the oasis.
Yeah.
But you could do kind of a 180 promotion, much like we talked about in AA baseball games, where you shoot a man out of a cannon into a pool of hot dogs. You shoot a giant hot dog into a mini pool of men.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
Or a shit
Okay,
ton of hot dogs.
You rain like little smoky hot dogs on the audience after the competition. Just
Are they a
Yeah.
full size audience, or are they like a dwarf audience, like like the micro wrestlers?
micro wrestlers? That's fucking ridiculous.
Vienna sausages.
Yeah, I just thinking similar to the Coney Island style. What do you have? 500 people out there cheering, ish, maybe 1,000.
Well, sometimes I wonder too, even with the Nathan's hot dog eating competition, as well known as it is, like people walking the boardwalk in Atlantic City. Like I think that's where it is, but I don't fucking know.
No,
but, like,
Coney Island, just outside. It's New York City, but it's
okay.
It's more towards the South Shore.
Either way,
of the-
I feel there's one time I remember Maria and I were in Ocean City. We were just like, it's a nice day. You want to go down to Ocean City? We went down to Ocean City. I didn't even know that their air show was taking place, and we were like, hey, look at that, planes! Like there was a whole mess of people who actually went there for it, but then we just stumbled upon it and just stopped and watched. So I wonder
Gotcha.
sometimes with like the Nathan's hot dog eating competitions, like, hey, Lucy, you want to go down the boardwalk and walk a little? Hey, look at all these people. What are they crowding around for? Oh, look at all those guys on stage.
Wait, is this a line for hot dogs? Guys, hot dogs must be good. Let's get some.
Those guys is up there. They seem to be loving them.
Yeah, they must be rich. They pay for a lot.